Hey everyone, this is Prince Watercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Donkey Kong Country for Super Nintendo. In the last episode, we completed Congo Jungle, and we went on the Monkey Mines, and we completed almost all of the entire world. We just have one normal level left to tackle, and that is Millstone Mayhem. I'm going to show off the first of 3 bonus areas, and then I'm going to try to do the warp. So, as soon as you begin, you'll be on this tire. Use it to leap to the left, and then jump straight up into the barrel that you can barely see. The K is to the right, and I will be grabbing that again after I get the warp, so I can get an extra life here on the second time around. New enemy here, the Cruncha. If you're playing as Donkey, you can jump on him and kill him. If you're playing as Diddy, you gotta have a barrel. Any kind will do. We also have the Millstones, another new enemy. They're indestructible, so just wait for them to get out of the way and move on. Anyway, there's a barrel cannon in this pit. Use it to hit this little part of the floor to the right here to unearth this tire. Now you want to switch to Diddy and move this thing and cartwheel it over here to the left. If you do it right, you'll get it to sail over the pit. Now move it to the left to where this pot is in the background. Be sure to get rid of the TNT barrels first. Switch to DK if you need to better reach that barrel. And then you'll skip all the way to the end, and I just took a dumb hit. Go me. I would not even recommend going for those bunches of bananas above that zinger, because you won't be able to get it with the super jump, sadly. Anyway, we now have one of the 3 bonus areas completed. So now let's play through the level normally. By the way, the warp that I just used, you can also do it on Game Boy Advance as well. It's also I think that's like either the last or the second to last one in Game Boy Advance. I'm not quite sure, but anyway, we now got the tire again, and we're going to move it all the way to the right this time. When you know you're near it when you reach the O, and you want to move it to the right here, and you want to use it to jump up to the barrel cannon above the millstone, so you can spell out the word rare. Be sure to hit only the letter that's flashing, otherwise you'll mess it up. If you hit a crockhead, you'll just start the whole thing over. Anyway, we got 3 Enguarde tokens, so now it's time to go through the little Enguarde token room. Both East and West, as well as North, have the first 3 hidden compartments. You want to go through those, like, exactly in the cardinal directions, like away from the center. Like, you want to be dead center and go in one specific direction to reach all 4 of them. You want to hit the North, East, and West ones first, because the South one has the large Enguarde token. I'm definitely going to show that off. I consider getting 600 tokens in here to be really, really good. You want to get at least that many. And you may not want to swerve while using your lunge attack to get as many tokens as possible. And why am I missing so many? That's not a good thing. Alright, we're nearing 600 now. That's a good thing. Yep, we've got exactly 600. Good enough. Let's go ahead and get that. Alright, and we're going to be dropped off close to where the 3rd one is. What you want to do is not touch, not even grab the TNT barrel at all. You want to get rid of the crunches first. Then you want to grab the TNT barrel while avoiding all the millstones and run into that wall with it right there. You'll get the 3rd one. All you have to do here is just try to figure out where this 2-up is and try to get it. Ah, it was the first one. Oh well, we got more than enough lives for this point in the game. But you can still never have enough. Anyway, we now have all 3 bonus areas, so now let's go ahead and try to get to the goal. There's the midway point, and we have a TNT barrel there for no reason whatsoever. Take a big leap here, land on that hole in the ground, and you'll get a tire. Get rid of the snakes. Let's push it a little to the right here, And let's try to use it to get to the upper section here. Good. If you can get there without falling, you can just take the platforms to get Winky. It actually makes this last section of the level a little harder. You have to jump clear over the millstones in order to clear them. But it's worth it for something we're about to do in the end. For this one, you want to wait for this thing to go clear to the right, and then be ready to jump as soon as you hit that ground in the middle there, so you can jump over it again. There we go. Jump clear over this one, and for this one you want to jump low. You want to wait for it to reach its highest point and then jump low. Sometimes it's hard to do. You just got to be patient with it. Jump clear over this millstone. Use Winky to get these two bunches of bananas. Leap on the zinger. Head to the right, and then you're right there at the exit. Alright, we are now done with all the normal levels, complete with all the bonus areas in Monkey Mine, so now it's time to take on Necky's Nuts. And this is a really simple boss battle. All you have to do, just use the tire and do some high jumps if you have to, and just jump on his beak after he spits the nut at you, which of course you want to avoid. But after 5 bounces, he's done. Very easy boss battle. Now that we got Monkey Mines cleared, it's time to head down the Vine Valley, the 3rd world in the game. And coming up first is Vulture Culture. And I'm going to try to get the warp here. And you got to be fast to get this one. There we go. You got to be DK in order to get that bonus barrel to pop up, or rather that barrel cannon. I always get those two terms confused. You can get there with Diddy, and if you get there fast enough with Diddy, if you switch to DK, the warp barrel will automatically just pop up right out of nowhere. If you're not fast enough, it won't show up at all, regardless of who you have. That warp barrel is only on Super Nintendo. It's Super NES exclusive, as is the next one I'm going to show you in Treetop Town. I'm not going to play through this normally. I am going to go back to Vulture Culture. For this one, all you got to do, you got to get the Nucky to show up here. Leap right here. If you leap into the center of that little column there, you get an invisible tire to show up. When you hear the bouncing sound, you know you got it. And if you jump straight up with B, you'll trigger another hidden warp barrel, and you'll be able to head on to the end of the stage. Just keep an eye on the top of the screen, and when you see that tire just magically pop up, at least the bottom of it, you know you've done it. Now it's time to take on Vulture Culture. Wow. Vulture Culture. And take on the 3 bonus barrels that are here. And I didn't get it to show up in time. So it is time related. Anyway, underneath this pile of feathers, which you have to use to leap on from a high height, there's the K. But you have to use the tire for something else. Get it underneath these bananas, jump straight up, spell the word. Oh. Okay, they just get it to... Oh, they just get to spin around. It also seems to go faster too, so you want to be very careful where you leap. And for completing that, we get an espresso token. Though apparently that's just all the heads do. It's been a while since I hit one. And I want to leave this barrel alone. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have. And I just died because I did not land on the Nucky like I should have. I should be able to get another DK barrel soon enough, though. And all I need to do is just run into it. And I'm just going to go ahead and get the K again, because why not? And now I'm going to use the barrel so that I don't get hit, and I still have to jump over that nut. And I just took another dumb hit. Great. Gotta be careful here. And we gotta leap off that mini Nucky and land on that set of feathers on the ground to unearth this barrel. Put it through this wall. Second of 3 bonus areas. You gotta jump on these clap traps. That's what the names of these things are. They're actually from Donkey Kong Jr. That's where they debuted. They were an enemy in that game. And by jumping on them, you'll get several bananas every time you do. If you jump on both of them for long enough, you'll eventually get an extra life. And we were up to 62 of those, so we're doing quite alright for ourselves. It'll be a ways before we reach the third bonus area, but we should be good. Also, you want to go straight up for that midway point, which you definitely want to grab. And I'm going to use a nut to break that barrel and get Diddy back. And you got to be patient with these barrel cannons here. You have to get used to the timing. Once you do, it's not that bad. There's no bonus area there. I keep thinking there is, but there isn't. And you want that Nucky to be in the upper right of that zinger there. Had to wait a little while, but it was so worth it. Now, for this one. Wait for him to stop throwing nuts and then jump on this guy. Then jump on these feathers in the ground. And let's get on this platform. Put the barrel through that wall. We got the last one. Good. Very, very good. Alright, we are done with this area. And we are now near the end. You don't want those zingers there to be near the barrel you're trying to get to, because you will get hit if they are. And now... close enough. That upper zinger should have been a little higher, but I was still able to do it. Now it's time to take on Treetop Town. Now there's the first bonus area right there. You can either use the Naughty or the Necky. Doesn't really matter which, but all you have to do here is just spell Kong with the barrels here. Kind of like in Jungle Hijinks. And G. And I believe you get another extra life. Good. Alright. And we got another DK barrel to free Donkey yet again. And of course we gotta do some not bonus barrels, but barrel cannons. Also, I'm making this easier than it should be. It gets harder as the area progresses, so you want to be very careful. Also, you got enemies coming up from the ceiling just out of nowhere. And there's a star barrel already. Get out of here with that. And that's how you get the O. Just leap it into the upper barrel with the lower one, and you should be able to do it. Now with this one, gotta time it right so you can go through all four of those in one quick motion. If you're even, I wouldn't say slightly off, but if you're somewhat off, you won't be able to do it. Now for this one, you want to aim for the barrel. Don't just drop to it, because if you drop to it, you're gonna lose a life. Also, I got more than enough bananas at this point anyway. That was the second of two, so we don't have to worry about any more bonus areas. And now... Wow, I thought I was going to die there. Now that we've gotten taken care of the two bonus areas, we can just concentrate on getting on through the rest of the level. Now for this one, you want to wait for this thing to lower, jump clear over those two automatic barrel cannons, and then you'll be able to continue on. These are pretty fast, but if you can get a little bit of a pattern going, you can do it. And there's a G. And you got a super jump to get that espresso token. Because I got 3, I won't have to worry about it. So let's try this one again. By the way, to fly with espresso, just keep tapping the B button. I'm not sure if I remembered whether or not to mention that in the video. Or the first video where I entered this one, but... yeah, that's basically what you have to do to float. And... I want to see if I can get it. Not sure if I can get 600. 550 maybe. Yeah, I can get probably 500. That's definitely doable. If I can get at least 500 with this one, that'd be great. Yeah, I'm definitely going to get 500. Alright. So let's go ahead and spend the last few seconds here getting some more. 576. So we got another 5 extra lives to work with. And we are now near the second bonus area, so I might as well go ahead and show this off too. By the way, I forgot to mention that the warp zone for this area is also Super Nintendo exclusive. So keep that in mind when you try to get the warps for both Vulture Culture and Treetop Town. Now, we've already gotten the bonus area. If we do this again, we get sent back all the way over here to where the O is. That is pretty cool. I kind of find it funny that the game does that. So now all that's left is just to get to the exit. And you gotta time, like, your stuff that you're about, like, 2 barrels ahead. 2 barrel cannons, anyway. And... okay, we got that thing on screen, so it's easier for us to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, we're at the end again, so now we can get out of here. That was pretty cool, to be honest. And now it's time to do Forest Frenzy. And now that we've got the first 2 areas complete, we can do Funky's Flights if we want. Not that we need to, but, well, it's there. We got 2 bonus areas, just like in Treetop Town. And we got these silver guys that are just like the ones in Barrel Canyon. They just do the too short and the long, but they also move towards you too. And the 2 bonus areas in question aren't until near the end. You got a super jump to get the K, and I'm surprised I got that rope there. And you gotta avoid some zingers here too. What happens here? Ah, another DK barrel if you so need it. There's D.O. And, all you gotta do is just avoid the zingers. Thankfully, this is very, very easy to do. I could do this with either con, but I only have Diddy in front because taking hits. That's pretty much why. And, alright, it's really not that hard once you play through this several times. But even then, it's somewhat easy. Want to be careful so that you don't get hit while getting the N. Now this one, you gotta be careful. Get under the first one. Get over to the second one. Go for the DK barrel and then go straight back up if you need to. Stay up for the 4th one. Be careful getting the G and the 1 up. And here's where the first bonus barrel is going to lie. Pay attention to the lower part of the screen because you will see the rim of a barrel cannon. Land in it and you'll get a guessing game with the Rombi token. This one? Yes! Alright. Now the second one isn't that far from the first one at all. Okay. We gotta keep this bad boy on screen as we take care of the brown critters. So you want to take care of one, take it up the next step, and then while you go down, you want to drop it before you get near the critter, so that way you can keep it in your sights. And then on that last wall there, just put the barrel through the wall, and you have the second bonus area. It's because I have Donkey Kong in the back, he's somehow able to get all of those bananas, get him in groups of 2 there. Maybe it's just me, but At the very end is another on guard token, so you might as well go ahead and take that. And now that we're done with that area, all we can do now is just head straight to the exit. And we got 3 areas in Vine Valley completed. Next up is going to be Temple Tempest, but that will have to wait until the next video. So, join me next time where I head to Temple Tempest and also see what the rest of Vine Valley has to offer for us. So until then, this is Prince Watercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!